Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 12th. And as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm thinking about those people who have come to this country for many, many years from other nations to make a better life for themselves. And right now, we continue to have a crisis within our immigration system. And it doesn't matter whether we cut the numbers at the border down to 1,200 or 2,500 or whatever the number is every day. There are so many people in this world that need to come to the United States for one reason or another. And we have some crazy immigration laws that really need to be straightened out. For instance, you could come to this country illegally and fall in love with somebody and get married, but that still won't entitle you to a green card. You would have to leave the country and come back in 10 years in order to get your green card. So many who have fallen into that trap remain in this country as undocumented immigrants. And that's a terrible way for people to have to live in this country. Now, I'm not in favor of doing anything illegal, but I am also in favor of recognizing the fact that we have, I don't know how many millions of people in this country illegally who live every single day like a good citizen. They work hard. They have jobs. They pay taxes. They do everything that they're supposed to do correctly, but they're in this country illegally, and they're constantly looking over their shoulder. And that's a shanda. It's a shanda because they're doing a decent job, and yes, they've done something illegal, but they're behaving themselves and acting like upright citizens, probably better than most of the citizens in this country are acting like. But nevertheless, they could be deported if they're caught. I don't think that's fair. I think if somebody has come into this country illegally and proven that they're a good citizen, then they should be, maybe they could be punished, they could be fined, something could happen to them, but they will be allowed to stay. Put them on probation. We have to change our immigration laws. We have to make things easier. We do not have the population size that we need to cover all the work that has to be done here. We have lots of jobs that are unfilled. Anytime you look at the unemployment rolls, you see millions of jobs going to waste because we don't have enough people to fill those jobs. So let's look at this immigration system a little bit differently. Why not absolve all of these people who have been here illegal for X number of years but have turned out to be upright citizens, not causing any problems? Why can't they just be anointed an American citizen? Why do we have to have such strict immigration law? I don't know. Nobody has an answer to that question. And interestingly enough, there is a policy under consideration by the Biden administration that would provide relief for the undocumented spouse with a passport permanent residency that would not force them to leave the country. But of course, the Republicans are against that move. The Republicans and the immigration hawks regard this as an abuse of an executive authority. If President Biden were to provide relief for those illegal immigrants. And I can understand the Republican situation because they would end up with more votes against them. And that's what the whole thing is. It's about control of the country. And so we have a monumental conundrum. We need people to come into this country. We need people that are willing to work hard and come into this country. But we have crazy immigration laws and we're trying to keep them out. And then we have one political party for it and one political party against it because they worry about winning elections and things like that. Well, we have to get these employment rules straightened out. We have to get these immigration laws all straightened out so it's fair for everybody. And yes, each of these political parties is worried about whether or not these people will vote for them or not vote for them. But the country is in crisis. Why can't we figure out a way to compromise and get everything done and loosen up the ridiculous immigration laws that we have? And what about the people who have worked in this country illegally for 10 years or 15 years and they have been great citizens? They deserve something. And if you don't want to give them their citizenship outright, then figure out a methodology to get it to them in some way, shape, or form. How about you fine them $1,000 for every year they stayed in this country illegally, but they was brilliant citizens. So they pay a fine to get their citizenship. Wouldn't that be good? We could use that. But no, we're going to be stuck in all of these ridiculous immigration laws and holding back what this country needs. Yes, it's a certain lawless thing to come into this country and stay longer than you're supposed to, and why couldn't you get a visa? And what would happen if somebody was in this country for 6 months or so and their visa runs out and they don't do anything about it, they stay longer? So what? How hard is it to give a people a relief? Fine them a couple bucks and give them back their visas. They've been good citizens. Why shouldn't they stay? Why can't we get this thing straightened out? Because we don't want to. It's plain and simple. We don't want to. We have a group of people in this country that don't want immigrants. We have a group of people in this country that don't want colors. They don't want different religions. They're white Christian nationalists. Or they're some other organization. Why? Why can't everybody come to this country on equal footing, and no matter whether you're black, green, yellow, orange, whether you're Protestant, Catholic, Jew, Muslim, everybody should be welcome as long as they're upstanding and willing to work hard for us. So I leave you with that. A frustrated citizen of the United States, not understanding why we can't get some of these issues under control easily and quickly. Compromise is a dirty word. Have a great day. Bye.